With the ceasefire shattered, the Brits faced a renewed IRA campaign. In South Armagh, a single-shot sniper became the soldier's deadly nightmare. He'd already killed 9 members of the security forces. One had been lucky to survive. His helmet took the force of the high-velocity round.
I was actually shot through the helmet, grazing the head. I do remember my neck being taken voluntarily back, as well as my whole body. And one of the things that sticks in my mind is the taste. It's not like a carbon taste. I don't know if it was taste from the round or taste, from the helmet, whether bits had flown off. But I can always remember this sort of horrible carbon taste. Not quite the same as a gunpowder taste you would get from a round going off or whatever, but a terrible taste.
What was the psychological impact on soldiers of the sniper?
I think the sniper had quite a major impact. You never knew where it was going to come from. You got virtually no warning. The fact that the sniper was very successful, that if he fired, in the majority of cases you were killed, clearly had an impact.
I think it's the fact that you suddenly realise that somebody is there to kill you. It doesn't sort of hit you when you have shoots before, but with it being a sniper, it's 1-to-1. Well, it's not even 1-to-1. You haven't got the chance that he has. But for somebody to pick you out and say, right, you're the one, you're going to die, that's been the hardest thing, I think.
The 5-foot-long Barrett sniper rifle was mounted in the back of a Mazda and fired from behind a hinged armoured plate. Stephen Restorick was unemployed and desperately wanted a job, so he joined the army.
He was a typical young 23-year-old. He was just so full of life, and he was so outgoing as well. He'd talk to anybody. He knew it was the last thing I wanted him to do. But it was his life, and he just saw it as a good career.
In February 1997, Stephen was manning a checkpoint in the village of Bessbrook in South Armagh. He was checking a woman's driving licence when the sniper squeezed the trigger.
And when you heard what had happened?
I think it's the usual reaction of anybody who hears the same thing. It's just total disbelief. Slowly, when the policeman told me, I just said, no, it's not true, it's not true. And, from there you have to make what I would say the hardest journey anyone has to make.
The intelligence agencies had their suspicions as to who the sniper team were. The problem was getting the evidence. Gradually, over long months, 14 intelligence company, the Det, helped build up the picture.
If you can't stand outside your own base without getting hit by a sniper, then it's pretty poor doings. So, yes, a lot of effort was put into capturing the sniper teams and finding out who they were.
Covert technical surveillance in such a hostile environment was enormously difficult, and the Det's ingenuity was stretched to the limit.
You would be picking out things at night in daytime, what you could probably use to disguise the cameras, whether it be an old Wellington boot that lays there or a rock, a significant rock. You would rock? Yeah. You would photograph the rock with infrared, take it back, and try and replicate that rock as best as you can, and replace that rock with another one with a camera hidden in it.
So the camera is hidden inside?
Inside a rock, yeah.
Presumably the operation that you were involved in was replicated
all over the
South
place,
Armagh.
all across, to find out exactly who it was. Yeah.
So all the suspects were identified,
Identified,
monitored, movements known,
yeah,
watched,
recorded,
and acted upon.
yeah, as and when required.
Intelligence pinpointed aboard a farm where the team were preparing a shoot. 4 IRA men were getting their vehicles ready when the SAS swooped and made the arrest. In the search, they found the rifle's lethal ammunition and, in the end, the rifle itself, concealed under the floor of a horse box.
We'd caught them red-handed. We'd struck a blow, the first proper blow probably for 20 years, against South Armagh, who'd almost thought they had become invincible. We'd struck right at the heart of their morale and their feeling of invincibility. It was a great feeling for all the members of the army and for the police, because we'd worked a long time to achieve this. We'd lost it at Bombardier Stephen Restorick a couple of months before, and we really felt that this was one back for him.
It brought about quite a degree of shock on the part of the IRA to be arrested right in their own backyard, so to speak, where they felt a certain degree of relaxation to find that here they were arrested and their weapons seized.
The IRA weren't actually holding weapons at the time of the arrest. Unlike previous allegations of shoot to kill, in this case no shots were fired.
Above all, I think the fact that we had arrested them and not shot them,
Not killed them.
Was, I think, very important as well, because it sent a message that there weren't going to be any martyrs. They'd been caught red-handed. They were going to go down. That they were no longer invincible.
One of those arrested was Seamus McArdle. He wasn't just a member of the sniper team, he was also the elusive triple thumbprint man behind the Docklands bomb.